Good evening, good evening, good evening. It is 8:02, so we know what time it is. Happy Wednesday. One of my favorite days of the week. Uh, right in the middle, it's Wine Down Wednesday. If anybody knows me, they know that, I enjoy me a nice glass of wine. Uh, and the recommendation tonight with these temperatures that are chilly is something that's warm. Y'all know I love my spicy wine, so I'm going to go with the Tempranillo. So, good evening. Thanks for joining us. I'm going to hold off just a couple seconds to give some folks some time to join us on our YouTube stream, but I also want to say hello to everyone that's joining us at home. I know that there are many folks that are joining us on Amazon and Roku and all of those goodies. Lots to get to with the forecast, and we will start to dive into that momentarily. So I'm going to throw them a little, there we go. So, good evening on YouTube. I see several of you all are joining us. Let's dive into the forecast. Get you out of here. Here's a look at what we're tracking right now. And temperatures are a little chilly. You don't need me to tell you that. You stepped outside, you needed the jackets. But we're a little bit warmer than we were yesterday at this hour, roughly about 5 degrees across a large chunk of North Georgia. So the temperatures have been steadily hovering in the 50s near the airport. The upper 40s, though, once you start to head out, 47 places like Canton and Gainesville. We've already dipped into the low 40s, Carrollton and LaGrange down to 42. Good evening, Locust Grove. I see you're sitting at 43 degrees, and we are all trending a little bit cooler as we head through the next few hours. So I have those overnight lows dipping towards 40 for us here in the city. Outside of the perimeter, I'm expecting mid to upper 30s. And while those numbers are a little bit chilly, that is an improvement for where we were yesterday. Last night we started off with lows that were in the low to mid 30s, so warming just a little bit, all courtesy of a couple of clouds that are out there. Heading into the day tomorrow, the clouds will be around early on, but I expect us to become mostly sunny as we push into the afternoon. And the sunshine is going to help us a little bit. There's going to be a northeast breeze that's going to bring in an element of chill, but all in all, I think we're going to be pretty close to seasonable through the afternoon. I do think that between 12 and 5, we can see those winds gust up to about 20 miles per hour in some locations. That's not going to do us too much harm, but something of note. I always tell folks, I don't think anybody's setting up a tent tomorrow, but heads up. Meanwhile, here's a look at your hour-by-hour forecast. As we head into the 8 o'clock hour, I expect temperatures to be near 41 degrees as you're pulling in, clocking in to work. We'll see the numbers get back into the 50s just in time for lunchtime. Kids getting out of school. I think that bus ride's going to be pleasant enough for this time of year. We're talking seasonable. We'll get into the mid 50s. We actually have that daytime high topping out at 57 degrees at around 3 o'clock and then cooling back down as we head into the evening. Mostly clear skies, so the temperatures will slide yet again. But I expect Friday to be a carbon copy of what we are tracking for tomorrow. So a good mix of sun and clouds, temperatures that kind of hang out in the upper 50s for a few hours in the afternoon. 57 is about that benchmark for this time of year. So anything in that vicinity means that we're just par for the course, and that's going to continue to be our story. Now we've been telling you for several days. There's been a first alert for Sunday as we've been watching this area of low pressure, and the picture is starting to get a little bit clear. I know that we've said many times online, and I've actually told you on this stream, check back with us later this week because the picture typically gets clearer the closer you get to an event. To say the least, you get better computing power the least time that you have to go out from the models. Not to mention the way the models work. You're taking current data, applying a bunch of equations to it and doing a bunch of future time steps. And the further out you go, the more error you increase into the equation. So not to get all nerdy on you, but that's just how that works. And that's why we always tell you to come back. So you're back tonight. And there is a little bit of improvement. So we are looking at mostly sunny skies for Friday, as mentioned, with highs in the mid to upper 50s. The clouds will start to build out ahead of this system as we head into Saturday. So we're expecting it to be mostly cloudy throughout the day. Saturday, we're not expecting rain, but you can kind of see that area of low pressure that is developing in the Gulf of Mexico. It's going to start to advance toward the north and east. And we have a first alert for Sunday because the guidance has continued to trend with this solution. And what's happening here is that there's actually a surface area of low pressure that you can see indicated by that L. But there's also, you have one low pressure that's represented by this L, and then there's another low pressure that's to the north and west. And these two are interacting, and what we're trying to see here now is if that low that's to the north and west is going to force that system out fast. If it does, that means showers for some folks, but not for everybody. The other scenario here is that these two could actually merge. And the guidance has been trending closer and closer to a merging situation. So that's why there's a first alert, because we just think that those chances for us seeing rain is higher, because if it merges, that's definitely going to be a rainmaker for most of our states. So this resolution inching closer to that, but not quite there. But we're starting to see some trends unfold, and we're getting closer and closer to that resolution. For now, we're just going to call it about a 50% chance of rain. But because we're going to be kind of compact in between those two areas of low pressure, so to speak, we do expect those winds to kick up. There's going to be a pressure gradient that's going to be a little aggressive, and that means that we could see winds gust 30, 35 miles per hour at a time, especially late Sunday into Monday as that system is lifting on off towards the north and east. We'll keep a few showers around for Sunday afternoon, and then we start to see things trend drier as we head into Monday. I still think we could see some morning showers in the northeastern corner of the state, but I do think that the bulk of us are actually going to see things drying out and clearing out by the time you walk out the door. Sunny skies will take over, and that's going to dominate our forecast heading into Tuesday. So the 7-day forecast, of course, with your weekend in view, shows everything that we just broke down. Temperatures that are pretty par for the course for this time of year. Upper 50s for the afternoon highs, which is going to be a pretty solid forecast. Clouds building as we head towards Saturday. And then, of course, that first alert for Sunday as we have the chance for not only some showers, but also for those winds to get a bit breezy late evening into the overnight, which is going to transition to a breezy Monday. Temperatures still in the mid to upper 50s, and then we actually trend a little bit warmer, heading towards 60 degrees by Wednesday. So I'm not going to keep you long. I'm looking to see if there are any questions out here. I am going to throw my 7-day full screen, so if anybody wants to do a screen grab, or if you want to just kind of like look at it a little bit closer, I want to leave that up for you. No questions on YouTube. Not going to hold everyone at home. It's been a fantastic evening. I'm about to step out and grab me some food because there's a whole little party going on in this right corner to my right where I see food. People have gotten shakes and stuff like that, and I've missed out on the party. So I will wish you all a good evening, and you can catch us on Peachtree TV at 10 and on Atlanta News First at 11. Happy Wednesday.